Morning folks, welcome to an OCC Queensland Daily Weather Up today, the 21st of March 2023. My name's Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor townsvillesheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe accredited shed. Don't forget also, we only cover the main weather points over the next 24 hours. If you want to know more, head over to join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au where we cover the littler weather points and we also look much further ahead. Check out our subscription options there at join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au. Right, so the main weather point today is a trough system tracking northwards across the North Queensland coastline. Dumped a fair bit of rain around the Mackay with Sundays area yesterday, dumping a fair bit of rain around the Burdick and Townsville coastline this morning, pushing northwards into the wet tropics today. Outside of that, southeasterly winds bringing a few showers to the rest of the coastline. Even back here through Mackay, even after the trough system, we're still getting a few showers in that southeasterly flow. Right, taking us through the day today, we can see a few isolated showers around the eastern escarpments and the eastern seaboard, but all the bigger rainfall is expected across the north tropical coast. Some isolated convection also possible through the northeast inland. Notice here some weak mid-level based convection also possible across western and southwestern Queensland, and shower activity up through the southern and central Cape. As we go into this afternoon, you can see significant storm activity developing through the southern central Cape. You can see continuation of that progression northwards of that trough system, pushing through the Cairns district and up towards the Daintree, and you can see convection continuing across western Queensland. Notice there's a little bit of an increase in isolated convection down there around the southeast and southeast hinterland areas, as well as a surge of southerlies starts to push up the coastline from New South Wales. Alright, as we go into this evening and tonight, you can see showers continuing to track further northwards, isolated activity in behind the big surge or the big trough system as it tracks northwards, and some isolated convection at night time developing across northwestern parts of the state, northwestern parts of the Cape and northeastern parts of the Gulf country. Alright, as we go into tomorrow morning, we can see shower activity being enhanced around southeast Queensland, a couple of showers around the Mackay with Sundays coast, a couple of showers around the north tropical coast, with our heaviest falls now shifting up into Cape York Peninsula. Rainfall between now and when we speak again, you can see some heavy shower activity across northeast Queensland as that trough progresses northwards, and we can see that getting up to the Cape York Peninsula region by tomorrow morning. Isolated mid-level based convection across western Queensland, resulting in generally very light falls of rain. Notice here northeast inland Queensland could see a few showers, maybe even an isolated storm through that region, and as I mentioned, that increase in shower activity across the southeast over the next 24 hours, and some showers around the Mackay with Sundays region. Big difference today is southeasterly winds are also extending down into southeast Queensland, so that's why they're getting a few more showers. You'll notice here this is our little trough system just up here through the north tropical coast, just offshore, tracking further northwards as the day progresses. And then as we progress into this evening, notice here how this is really interesting across southeast Queensland. We get this decrease in wind, and then behind it we get this surge of southeasterlies behind it. And so that's creating that increase in shower activity across the southeast as we go into the next 24-hour period. Obviously, it goes without saying, stay off the water, stay safe. For those of you still with me watching this low-pressure system located in the eastern Coral Sea, it started to move west in the last 24 hours. It's located just in there. There's our little low. It's going to track westwards over the next couple of days. It's barely recognisable. It's very weak. It's going to remain very weak. And it's going to become part of a massive, complex trough system that extends all the way to New Caledonia and all the way up to the Torres Strait and into the Arafura, possibly even the Banda Seas. And along that trough system, eventually we're going to see a low develop here, a low develop up there around the Arafura Sea off your screen, and this low will eventually just die out here in the northern Coral Sea. So interesting developments from a meteorological perspective, but from our perspective on the ground, who cares? Anyway, we'll keep an eye on things, as always, in the Coral Sea. You can never take anything for granted. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy the rain.